Hey fam, it's me again, and today is October 21st, 2024. It's a Monday, first day of the week, so hope everybody is having a good week so far and that your week is amazing. Um, what I am making this video about is today is supposed to be the first day of early voting here in Florida. I think it is, but I haven't been able to confirm, and that's because of what I would term as technological cowardice. And the reason that I call it that is while I was passing through on the way home from an appointment, I noticed some signs that said early voting. I'm like, oh, is early voting today? And so I pulled over and I went to Google and I said, Google, when is early voting in Florida? And Google would not give me an answer. Thought that was odd. It gave me all of these other things and places to check and those types of things, which I did. I looked at the county supervisor of elections. I looked at the state of Florida's supervisor of elections, and there was no specific date or time there. So okay, I went to next I went to Gemini and I asked it, and Gemini said that it could not give me any answers for anything that was political. So I went to the Copilot and I asked Copilot, and Copilot abruptly changed the subject. And it changed the subject by saying, can we change the subject? Fam, this is ridiculous. The fact that the rhetoric around politics has bled into something that is a civic duty, right? As part of, yes, a political process, but it has nothing to do with your candidates. What day voting starts in your city and your state or your county. That is ridiculous. That they have taken a posture that they want to be so apolitical that they can't tell you an informative date that is important to the process as a citizen of the United States. Again, they're not telling you anything about the candidates one way or another, which again is fair game. Whether your candidate is a Republican or your candidate is a Democrat, and there's information about that candidate, if it is available, it should be something that is accessible to the citizen. That's number one. Number two, if the situation with the voters and all the other stuff, if there's misinformation there, then they have a duty to tell you that this has been verified or not verified. Whole different topic. I don't want to even go down that road or whatever because people get into censorship. No, that's not censorship. It's editorializing. It's something that has existed for a very long time where people have taken that information, they have vetted information, and they said that this information can be verified through scientific or other means. This information cannot be verified. So whatever sources you may have may not be reputable or reliable. Period. That is not censorship. You have a right to say whatever you want to say, but understanding that you do not have the right to misinformation or disinformation. You can say it, but like everything else, there are consequences to the things that we do and our actions and how we comport ourselves in society. Whole different discussion. All of those things, though, go back to the earlier point that I went to technically two, but three different sources to find that information out. And all of those sources of information effectively chickened out. They didn't give me the answer because they didn't have it. They chose not to give me the answer because they didn't want to appear to be politically biased. Stupid. The date of the election is important to a Republican, it's important to an independent, it's important to a Democrat. So that is a non-biased answer to any question that will come up. And the fact that Zuckerberg and that Sundar and that even that over at Microsoft and Sam Altman, that all of these people have made this choice that they want to be apolitical to the point that they don't want voters to be informed when to exercise their rights as a citizen to vote for whatever candidate they want to is cowardice. It is absolute cowardice that you would decide to withhold the information of when I'm supposed to vote. That is something that should be readily available to every single person. New voters may not know what's going on. Older voters may not go. First time. This is something that should be not just the responsibility of the news cycle. If you guys can deliver a news article to me, then deliver the news article and says, according to WJXT or whatever news article, news source it is, this is your voting day. And here's some verification. Here's some verification behind that. I am livid right now because I take my obligation as a citizen seriously. And for me to have that obstructed through means of cowardice, I'm beside myself right now. So this is a rant about technology, the field that I've dedicated my life to, and how people at high ends of this market have chosen, an industry, have chosen to be cowards as opposed to doing their jobs, which is the bare minimum in this case of providing cogent information to people who need to know what's going on. Because I'm an informed citizen. I go out, I'm the politicon that reads all of this stuff. Cool. That's me. And I'm asking a question because I'm not sure. What about all the other people who are not a part of this process, who've been disenfranchised from this process, who have just given up on the process and decided this is going to be the election that I'm going to do? I've registered to vote. So why wouldn't you share information of a date with them and the populace so that they are informed? Not telling you, again, who to vote for, what the issues are, none of that stuff. I didn't ask any of that. I asked a simple question, and I'm going to provide those videos here shortly so you can see what that looks like for you. But it's just stupid, dumb.